Goody goody, it's that time of the week again. So first we need is the music. Oh, and now here comes this.
The sound of Manchester.
And all the music you love.
BBC
Radio Manchester.
And you can dance for inspiration. Come on, come on, come on. I'm waiting. Get into the groove, boy. You got to prove your love to me. Yeah. Get up on your feet, yeah. Step to the beat, boy. What will it be? Music can be such a revelation. Dancing around, you feel the sweet sensation. We might be lovers if the rhythm's right. I hope this feeling never ends tonight. Only when I'm dancing can I feel this free. At night, I lock the doors where no one else can see. I'm tired of dancing here all by myself. Tonight, I wanna dance with someone else. Get into the groove, boy. You got to prove your love to me. Yeah. Get up on your feet, yeah. Step to the beat, boy. What will it be? Wanna get to know you in a special way. This doesn't happen to me every day. Don't try to hide it, love wears no disguise. I see the fire burning in your eyes. Only when I'm dancing can I feel this free. At night, I lock the doors where no one else can see. I'm tired of dancing here all by myself. Tonight, I wanna dance with someone else. Get into the groove, boy. You got to prove your love to me. Yeah. Get up on your feet, yeah. Step to the beat, boy. What will it be? Yeah. Live out your fantasy here with me. Just let the music set you free. Touch my body, move in time. Now I know you're mine. Get into the groove, boy. You got to prove your love to me. Get up on your feet, yeah. Step to the beat, boy. What will it be? Only when I'm dancing can I feel this free. At night, I lock the door where no one else can see. I'm tired of dancing here all by myself. Tonight, I wanna dance with someone else. Live out your fantasy here with me. Just let the music set you free. Touch my body, move in time. Now I know you're mine. 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 You got to get into the groove, boy. You got to prove your love to me. Get up on your feet, yeah. Step to the beat, boy. What will it be? Get into the groove, boy. You got to prove your love to me. Get up on your feet, yeah. Step to the beat, boy. What will it be?
Madonna on BBC Radio Manchester. Good morning, Anna Jameson with you. It's Wednesday, the 12th of April. I hope you're good. Doesn't it feel like all out of sorts this week? I was convinced yesterday it was a Monday. Today I thought it was a Tuesday, but alas, We have reached the hump day, which feels like we're cheating, to be honest, but I'll take it. Good morning to you. I hope you're having a good week so far and you're getting back into the swing of things after the gorgeous bank holiday. Coming up on the show, we've got loads to bring you, including Tom Percival, who'll be here with his film review. You're also going to be hearing from the Hacienda DJ, Graham Park, who has been through a really traumatic time, really heartbreaking stuff. His son, who's a twin, sadly passed away with a type of cancer which kind of begins in the bones before spreading to the soft tissue. But he's opened up to BBC Radio Manchester about what the last month has been like. So you're going to hear that really moving interview with Graham Park, legendary DJ, just all-round nice guy as well. Also, we've sent our reporter Richard Stead to a farm today. Not any old farm either. It's the farm of the former Emmerdale actor and Strictly Come Dancing winner, we should know. It's Kelvin Fletcher. So they're hosting families today who have benefited from the accommodation provided by Ronald McDonald House. Now, most of them, while their children have been treated in Manchester as well. So that's where Richard's going today, to meet Kelvin Fletcher and his wife Liz at their farm, and the work that they're doing to support Ronald McDonald House as well, which helps sick children. So really nice show for you today. We're also going to be talking about the junior doctors strike, and I turn to you really. I wonder if you've been affected by the junior doctors strike in the last 24 hours. I mean, it's 96 hours in total that junior doctors in England are striking, and it's affecting every Greater Manchester hospital. Now, it is due to last until Saturday. I want to know firstly if you've been affected by this. Maybe you had an appointment that you've been waiting months, years for, and that's been cancelled. Maybe you have a really strong opinion and you want to show your support for the junior doctors striking this week. Maybe you're not so happy. Government ministers say the British Medical Association's demand of 35% wage rise is unaffordable. That 35% wage rise that junior doctors are after, that doesn't tell the entire story. It's for a certain number of junior doctors, but the BMA says that it makes up for years of a below inflation wage increase. So I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this today, please? Are you supporting the junior doctors strike? Have you been affected by them? Get in touch as ever on 0800 218 2255. You can text me on 81333. Start your text message with the word mank. We launched our new quiz, What's the Story Morning Glory, yesterday, which features our colleague Kieran, and I cannot believe it. In day one, you got it right. Well, Terry and Tilsley did, which means that Kieran has had to go back to the drawing board, and he has come up with a plot line for another film or TV show. Okay, so we'll set today's What's the Story Morning Glory on the way.
Ain't no woman like the one ain't got. Ain't no woman like the one ain't got. Ain't no woman like the one ain't got. Every day the Lord shines all around her. He
6:05. Good morning to you. I hope you're good. We launched a brand new quiz yesterday on the show, and I've been thinking about why we've let this happen. I think it's a good idea. We've given our colleague Kieran the mic. Now, Kieran works on the show a lot. You know what, Kieran? He is a lovely lad. He's in his early 20s. He's from Burnley, but we'll let him off. And he just has a really unique way of looking at the world. Like, the way he sees things is just different to anybody that I've ever met. And he's just really unknowingly funny just by being himself. I joked yesterday that he was like the Carl Pilkington of Radio Manchester. He is, in a way. He's not as miserable as Carl Pilkington. He's just like a real character, and he just like some of the things that he comes out with, like, he gets himself into a hole and he doesn't know how to come out of it. So we thought, let's use Kieran and exploit him for the show, and we'll get him to kind of give you really his take on the world and how he sees it. So we've launched a brand new quiz. It's called What's the Story, Morning Glory? And we're going to play it in the first hour of the show. Kieran has been set the task of looking at a film or a TV show, and he has to describe what he sees, okay? And then from that, you have to guess, what is Kieran talking about? What is the film or the TV show that Kieran is describing? Now, trust me, he has a unique outlook on the world. And the list that we gave him, he admitted he'd hardly ever seen any of them, okay? So it's a real unique insight. Kieran, hit it.
Talk about genius going unnoticed, as this fella's basically done the impossible on such a large scale, yet it's taken these 3 or 4 people having to physically see it to believe it. I mean, Isaac Newton just had an apple fall on his head and then declared gravity a thing, but Dr. whoever his name is can't even convince a group of strangers of one of the greatest ever breakthroughs in biological science. So, hats off to the non-believers on this one.
This is what I mean. Like, I've never met anybody like him. So Kieran is describing a film or a TV show. Do you know the film or TV show that Kieran's describing?
Talk about genius going unnoticed, as this fella's basically done the impossible on such a large scale, yet it's taken these 3 or 4 people having to physically see it to believe it. I mean, Isaac Newton just had an apple fall on his head and then declared gravity a thing, but Dr. whoever his name is can't even convince a group of strangers of one of the greatest ever breakthroughs in biological science. So, hats off to the non-believers on this one.
I don't know if this quiz is a nightmare or genius. I can't. It's one of the two, okay? So if you know the film or the TV show that Kieran is talking about, get in touch now. 0800 218 2255. You can text me on 81333. Start your text message with the word mank. If nobody gets it today, it's a crazy rollover scenario, and it goes till tomorrow until somebody gets it, okay? So that's Kieran's take on a film or a TV show. But what is the name of the film or TV show, please?
Talk about genius going unnoticed, as this fella's basically done the impossible on such a large scale, yet it's taken these 3 or 4 people having to physically see it to believe it. I mean, Isaac Newton just had an apple fall on his head and then declared gravity a thing, but Dr. whoever his name is can't even convince a group of strangers of one of the greatest ever breakthroughs in biological science. So, hats off to the non-believers on this one.
Unbelievable, seriously. What have we done? 08000 321 333. If you know the answer, what film or TV show is Kieran talking about? What is the story? 0800 218 2255. Right, fab tune from Charles and Eddie to bring you on the way. First, let's have a look on the roads in Lostock in Bolton. You've got temporary lights. That's on the 858 Beaumont Road, where it meets Junction Road West. That's because of gas main work until Sunday. In Hattersley, you've got temporary lights on Ashworth Lane at John Kennedy Road, and that's because of electricity work. And in Culture, temporary lights on Common Lane at Twist Green Lane because of water main work. Just be aware as well that Salford Central Station is still closed because of those ongoing engineering works. Your travel from BBC Radio Manchester, more in 20 minutes.
The video game explosion. It all started in the arcade. The drop of tokens, the blips, the bursts, the highs, the lows, the memories. Stop reminiscing, because Midway has taken more than 20 of its classic arcade games and included them on one next-generation home video game. That's right, Midway Arcade Treasures on PlayStation 2, Xbox, Nintendo GameCube. Midway Arcade Treasures is jam-packed with over 20 classic arcade games. Go back to the space-age adventure of Defender to save yourself from alien invaders, or take part in the medieval multiplayer hack-and-slash mayhem of fan-favorite Gauntlet. You'll get cool DVD content including game histories, developer interviews, and much, much more. All in the jam-packed arcade collection of Midway Arcade Treasures. Be part of the dueling action and engage in flying combat in Joust. Take on classic Fast and Furious race car action with popular Spy Hunter. Over 20 classic arcade games, cool DVD content, hundreds and hundreds of hours of jam-packed arcade action. All can be found in Midway Arcade Treasures. Rediscover your arcade treasures. Coming November 2003.
Hey baby, honey, what you doing tonight? Hey baby, yeah, I wanna know what you're doing tonight. Let's go down to the juke joint and get our head a little tight. Down to the juke joint. Down to the juke joint. Let's go down to the juke joint. Let's carry on. Head down to the juke joint so we can get our groove on. Down to the juke joint, baby. Everybody down there is carrying on.